Geordies, we're back with another episode, and again, we're going to continue looking at right wingers for Newcastle United to either replace or add more depth to Jacob Murphy. And today we've got quite an interesting one, and I'm sure you'll be interested in this because we're going to be looking at the forgotten man, the wanted man, but also a man that's been linked to Newcastle United for a couple of seasons now. So the forgotten man, Abdul Fatawu, who's been injured at Leicester City, but he had an unbelievable season in the Championship last year. We're going to be looking at Johan Bakayoko, who is probably the most likely signing. And then we're going to be looking at Takefusa Kubo, who's doing bits at Real Sociedad. Don't forget, I've already done 2 previous episodes, so if you haven't watched them, make sure you go and check them out. But also comment your recommended players in the below, so I'll make sure I cover them at some point. We're going to be starting by looking at the forgotten man, Abdul Fatawu. And I just firstly want to apologise for the amount of writing on that screen. I didn't realise it was that much, so next time I'll put it over 2 pages, but we're going to be talking about him anyways. Now, who is Fatawu? He had an unbelievable first season in the Championship last year. He came into the Premier League, he started 6 games, and then he blew out his ACL. So he's still injured, coming back from an injury. So we've got to bear that in mind because we don't know how he's going to recover from his injury. But he's 21 years old. He was born in 2004. He had an unbelievable season in the Championship, scoring 6 goals, providing 13 assists in 40 games, which ultimately helped Leicester City get promoted. He's missed 229 days, 29 games through injury, and that's just one injury he's had in his senior career, which is unfortunately an ACL injury. So what are his strengths and what would he bring to Newcastle United? Well, he's quite versatile. In his youth days, he played a lot as an attack midfielder, but in his senior career, he's played most likely on the right-hand wing. He's got blistering pace, he's got unbelievable trickery, and he's definitely not the type of profile that any fullback wants to come up against. He's got a unique blend of technical ability, pace, and intelligence. His dribbling is his standout feature. It allows him to take on defenders and create opportunities at ease. He's got incredible attributes for a winger. He's got unbelievable athleticism, he's dynamic, he's got pace, he can modulate his speed and manipulate opponents off the dribble. He likes to receive close at the touchline. This allows him to create from those wide areas by either cutting inside and using his dominant left foot or by advancing next to the touchline where he can dribble past opponents and look for a cutback. He's got vision, his passing ability allows him to unlock defenses, and one of his most underrated qualities is his precise passes. He often looks for through balls and crosses into the box, but he's equally as comfortable receiving and operating in tight spaces. This makes him a valuable asset in the final third. But one of his most notable attributes is his powerful and accurate left foot. He's not afraid to shoot from distance, and his long-range strikes have become a trademark of his game. Having this ability just to score from outside the box just adds an extra dimension to the team's attacks and allows you to create moments out of nothing. If I was to liken him to any Premier League player, when he's dribbling, he's a little bit like Noni Madueke, but with a bit more technical flair. He's got that fearless nature and that ability to always want to approach and take on the defender. I actually feel sorry for him this season because I think if he didn't get injured, he would have been one of the most standout wingers in the Premier League. I generally believe that. Leicester City are missing a player of his quality. Somebody that can just progress a team into a different third. Somebody that can create a moment out of nothing, just off dribbling past opponents. He's so technically gifted, but also dangerous because of his pace, which makes him a real asset in transition moments. But he doesn't come without his weaknesses. And I would say his positioning. He likes to drop deep, receive the ball to feet, and then he can turn and face his opponents and pin them up and isolate them in one-on-one situations. But what I would be telling him is make them more used to your pace. Try and get him behind, try and unlock defenses with your movement. That's something that he would need to add to his game. But he also possesses good technical ability and vision, but sometimes his weight of passes is a little bit inconsistent. But I must highlight he's a player that wants to dribble the ball rather than pass the ball, so he's more progressive in his dribbles than he is in his passes. So how does he compare to Jacob Murphy? Well, you've got to remember we're comparing the Premier League, which Jacob Murphy's playing in, to the Championship, which Abdul Fatawu's playing in, but he's excelling in pretty much all his metrics, whether that be assists, he's sitting in the top 1 percentile across Europe, whether that be shots on goal. What I like about him is his willingness to get into dangerous areas and have a goal, but he's unbelievable with his shot creating actions, and he's got a nice versatility and variety in the way he creates actions, whether that be from a successful take on or a successful cross or a through ball. He ranks highly for his tackles, interceptions, blocks, clearances, so he clearly works hard out of possession. But as you can see there, his progressive carries are high, successful take-ons are high, his touches in the attack and penalty area are extremely high, and his progressive passes received is higher than Jacob Murphy. So what that means is his starting position is a lot higher than what Jacob Murphy would be. I don't know why I think this, I just do. If he had not got injured and had a full season in the Premier League, he's the type of purchase that Newcastle United would buy. But it's time to talk about Johan Bakayoko, somebody who's been linked to Newcastle strongly for a while now, and I'm going to drop an Easter egg here. I know PSV are preparing and looking for a replacement already, so that tells me that they're expecting a bid, whether that be from Newcastle United or another club, to come in for Johan Bakayoko in the summer. And I've got that from a credible source who I do trust a lot. So this could actually happen in my opinion. He's 21, born in 2003. Across his Eredivisie career, he scored 24 goals, provided 15 assists in 82 games. He's missed 12 days, 2 games through injury, and his market value is about £35 million. So what can you expect from Bakayoko? Well, he epitomises the modern day winger, playing on the right with a strong left foot. He can cut inside, deliver crosses, in-swinging crosses, or have a strike at goal, while he also possesses the speed and dribbling ability to beat his man on the outside. He's known for his dribbling, quick footwork, and direct running style. He shows consistent willingness to drive the ball forwards and take on players, creating imbalances in the opposition's shape. He has flair, close control, acceleration, agility, and strength, which makes him a menacing personnel in the attacking third. He thrives with the ball at his feet. He excels in his ball carrying and his ability to enter into dangerous areas. He's a high volume dribbler. He creates most of his shot creating actions after a take on, but he's also a two-way dribbler, and this is what I like about him. He has the ability to go on the inside of players, but also the outside opponents, which makes him extremely unpredictable. His pace allows him to get in behind the back line, but he's most notable for his crossing. Only 3 players recorded more successful crosses in the Eredivisie than Bakayoko last season. Now, his crosses aren't perfect, and they still need a bit of consistency in their accuracy, but at least he's producing and getting in situations where he's able to deliver. Now, what I really like about Bakayoko, there's always an end product. Whether they score off it or not, that's a different situation, but he combines forward drive with attack and output. Bakayoko's had 72 shot involvements following a take on this season. 38 of those have resulted in him having a strike. 34 of those has resulted in a chance created. Across Europe's top 5 leagues, only 2 players that have played more than 1,500 minutes were involved in more shot involvements after a take on. That was Jeremy Doku of Manchester City and Ousmane Dembele of PSG, so he's in great company there. And what really meets the eye about Bakayoko, he's able to produce in the league, but also the Champions League as well. I'm going to put this picture on there, and you can see his chance creation in the Champions League is higher than what it is in the Eredivisie, so he's doing it in a stronger and better competition. His chance created from open play is higher in the Champions League than it is in the Eredivisie. So again, he's doing it in a better standard of competition. While his shot ending carries with created chances, carries with creating shot involvement are all identical. The only thing he's decreased in the Champions League is his dribbles completed and his total shots. That's because PSV don't have as much possession, so naturally the amount of shots he's going to have and opportunities he's going to have is going to decrease. And he's dribbling against better fullbacks, so his output and his dribbling will decrease. And if you compare him in the Champions League of last season to everybody else, he's in great company for attack and sequence involvement. And I found this graphic fascinating when you compare him with Neymar. On the eye test, they're 2 completely different footballers. When it comes to output and volume, they're exactly the same. There's actually a 95% similarity between the two. The only 5% difference is Neymar has more touches in the opposition box. So you can see what sort of output you're going to get with Johan Bakayoko. Now, the thing that worries me about Johan Bakayoko, his output has decreased this season. Those numbers are from last season. This season there has been a little drop off. Now, hopefully that's just a moment in time because we know he can produce. Look, the numbers speak for themselves, but he does come with weaknesses. He's an exceptional dribbler, but sometimes he overdoes it. He makes the wrong decisions in the final third by not releasing the ball at the right time and just trying to take on that extra man. But also his ball striking from longer range has the potential to be very good, but it still lacks consistency in the way he controls his strikes. So how does he statistically compare to Jacob Murphy? Well, as you can see, you're just going to get more output from Johan Bakayoko. He's going to provide more carries, more attacking actions, more successful take-ons, more non-penalty goals, more XG and higher XG, which means he's creating better chances, higher in his key passes as well. And one of the best things about Murphy is his vision. So if Johan Bakayoko's exceeding in his key passes, probably because he gets more time on the ball in the Eredivisie than what he would in the Premier League, but still those numbers are high. Not everybody in the Eredivisie is putting out these numbers, so you've got to commend him for it. The only difference is he assists. Now, you could say that Bakayoko's creating a higher quality of chances, but he doesn't have the striker profile to finish them, whereas Murphy's playing with Alexander Isak, who's eaten up all the deliveries that Murphy's providing. And then we'll look at the Japanese Messi, Takefusa Kubo. 23 years old, he was born in 2001. He has 5 goals, 0 assists in 26 La Liga games this season. He's missed 70 days, 15 games through injury, and his market value is around £40 million. He's a little bit different to the previous two. He's a lot more agile on his feet, light on his feet, and he likes to weave in and out of players when he's on the dribble. Kubo has played in various different attacking roles along the front line, including as a right winger, attack midfielder, and even more central positions when Real Sociedad have shaped up in a 4-4-2. So he's got that ability and that versatility about him. His agility and skill with the ball are crucial to his playing style. Predominantly operating on the right wing, but he's known for his ability to come inside, drift inside, where he can open up shots and shooting angles on his favoured left foot. Kubo's vision is extremely unselfish. This is where he compares to Murphy because he's really unselfish in his playing style, and they're both formidable team players. He's capable of unlocking defences with precise passes. What I really like about wingers these days is when they have a high shooting volume. Kubo's got brilliant, intelligent movement, and he often finds himself in goal-scoring positions. His shot volume's high, which I like, but he just needs a little bit more accuracy and consistency to get his shot and target percentage higher. So where he differs from Bakayoko and Fatawu, they're two touchline wingers. They want to receive the ball, make the pitch big, use the width of the pitch to receive the ball, whereas Kubo's a little bit different. He likes to use the inside channels. He comes inside and receives between the line, and that allows him to open up different passing angles and passing lanes. So he's a player that will get more involved in the initial build-up phase. He will recycle possession, dominate possession, and dictate the rhythm of the game. What I really like about Kubo is his football intelligence. It allows him to create optimal chances for his team. His vision, his artistry, and his exemplary. He's a player that likes to combine with teammates in confined areas. He's only averaging 1.19 long passes per game, which indicates that he likes to operate with short, decisive, fast, precise passes. What I really like about his passing output, when I say he's dynamic, he's really dynamic and precise. Out of 1,164 total passes, 85% of them were accurate. Even better, 652 are forward-thinking passes. What I really like about Kubo is his diverse skill set when it comes to chance creation. Out of 4.59 shot creating actions per 90, 3.15 of them have come after a live pass, which highlights his incredible vision, but 0.49, which has him in the top 1 percentile across wingers in Europe, come after a successful take-on. So again, highlighting his ability to take on a man, but also create afterwards. But again, he's not the finished article, and he does come with these weaknesses. Efficiency in shooting. I mentioned his shot and target accuracy is relatively low, so that would need to increase if he wants to have a greater impact on the game. But he's also known for his dribbling and technical ability. He's outstanding technically, and his ability to manipulate opponents, but he's too often cuts inside and goes into congested areas. When there's loads of acres of room on the right hand side, he opts to cut inside instead of going on the outside. If he had that speed over longer distances, he'd probably trust himself more to go on the outside, but that's just something he needs to add to his game, because sometimes he can do speed, too predictable, and lose the ball in crucial moments. So how does he compare to Jacob Murphy? Well, as you can see, his carries, dribbles are absolutely phenomenal. Same with these attacking actions. But I mentioned these non-penalty goals. He's pretty much on par with Jacob Murphy. But the thing that stands out to me and worries me is his expected assists, which go to show the quality of chances he's creating are lower than what Jacob Murphy's creating at the moment. So this is how they compare against each other. And as you can see, Abdul Fatawu has had the most goal involvements in terms of goals and assists than any other player. When it comes to assists, Jacob Murphy's ranking highly, and I generally just believe because he's playing with a striker like Alexander Isak. For example, if you put Johan Bakayoko in Newcastle United last season and the beginning of this season, his assist tally would probably be greater. When it comes to attacking actions, Johan Bakayoko with 99.5, which is absolutely insane. Shot creating actions, Kubo, I spoke about his versatility and his ability to create shot actions from different scenarios, whether that be a take on or a live pass. He's absolutely extraordinary in it. Expected assists, Fatawu creating higher quality chances than any other person on there. And when it comes to key passes, it's Kubo. He's got that ability to break down low blocks with a single pass. But enough about me. I want to hear from you guys. Out of these three wingers, which is your preference? Let us know in the comments below. But if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, away the lads.